Well, as always, hello from Southern Ontario, Saturday, October 17th. I do believe I said in a previous video, maybe more than one, Trudeau needs brown shirts. Remember Hitler's brown shirts? They were his. Well, he replaced the local police departments, constabulary of all forms, with his brown shirts. That was before things got really crazy. He had the dreaded and feared Gestapo and SS. The brown shirts were the ones that came and disarmed the peasants and took their children and placed them in government learning institutions and etc., etc. I'd said in a previous video, Trudeau needs brown shirts because he's alienated our Canadian Armed Forces. And by all accounts, all the police departments from federally, the RCMP, through provincially, through municipally even, don't support his gun ban. Not at all. Quite outspoken against it, in fact. So he needs brown shirts. Apparently he's found them, because under Canadian law, communist China military troops can be here, and indeed they are. By all accounts, there are large numbers of them. Nobody seems to know how many. If anybody does, please let me know, or a site to check, or sites plural, whatever. But they're everywhere from the West Coast, British Columbia, Prince Rupert, across the prairies. Apparently they're in Thunder Bay, I've been told. Quebec, have they stopped there? The whole thing was Trudeau changed the Canadian law to say that they could be here to protect their business interests and that they didn't have to inform anyone, be that police, government, certainly not us peasants. So they're all across the country. One would imagine their numbers are growing daily. Thousands, tens of thousands. Again, does anybody know? If they do, I'm unaware of it. So there's his brown shirts. They're the ones who will come for your guns and your property, and your freedom and your rights. I've kind of lost my train of thought here. Oh yes, I saw a post today and I reposted it. It was a liberal insider has snuck out, and if it's to be believed as factual, as real, the next 2 years of countries or of our countries, evolving into socialism, if you will, has been charted. It's laid out. They have it planned in quarterlies of the annual. What will happen in the first quarter of next year, the second quarter, so on. Universal basic income will replace the CURB or the CRB or whatever we have now. There'll be no more private property. Your business will revert to government ownership. So will your homes, all of your properties and possessions. It's full-blown socialism. It's no less. And don't think it isn't happening. Don't say this is Canada and it won't happen here. It is happening here. Wake up. It's frightening. And in amongst that agenda is mandatory vaccines. If that doesn't scare the living hell out of you, I guess you deserve where you're going. But you're taking the rest of us with you. And, you will comply, or you'll go to an internment camp. Apparently they're being built already, 15 of them across the country. And if you don't comply, and they don't ship you off, well, there'll be no universal basic income for you. and you won't have a job, you won't own your business, and you won't own your home. And I would assume they're not going to let you live in their socialist housing. So don't say it isn't here, people. It is. And it's, like I said in previous videos, if you don't fight while you're on your feet, you're going to end up on your knees, and it's going to be too late then. Don't say it isn't happening here, people. It is. Wake up, please.